Welcome back, guys, and we're getting ready to start spring ball. Feels like we just finished, and we've been transitioning, doing a lot of football work meetings, lifting, running. It's been really good for us. I think it's been January we go out recruiting, so we don't get to see our young new players. I think we got around 30 between portal, I'm calling new, and mid-years. It's a big group of guys. It's almost one-third of your team that keeps turning over each year. So that's really critical to me. We don't get to spend much time with them. February, we got to spend more time with them, but that's also a time that we as a coaching staff don't have recruiting on campus, so we try to spend time with our families and spend time with our team. So this is when March hits and we get to actually go out there and practice football and be around our players and implement our systems. And I love spring practice because you get the day off in between. So there's a big recovery day, there's a big install day, there's a lot of information to be shared. So I want to be able to provide you guys with as much information as possible. A lot of updates. As you know, we have postseason surgeries. We had guys that had pre-bowl game surgeries, post-bowl game surgeries. So a lot of medical information to be given out there. I think they come into practice on Thursday, or when are they coming out there? Thursday. So you'll probably see a lot of that stuff Thursday, but I'll try to do this as quickly as I can, and then you're free to ask about whatever you need to ask about, but I'm going to try to hit on some of these. Bo had left shoulder surgery after the season to repair a labrum. We've had, on average, I think 4 labrums a year. I think we're right on that this year. So Bo will be out for spring. He should be ready for fall camp, but he had a good fall, but we had to repair the surgery, and so that's been done. Ty Ingram Dawkins had the left foot navicular fracture. He had surgery following the season. He's progressing well. He's going to miss spring practice, but he should be ready for fall camp. If you remember, he dealt with that a lot during the year. We were able to get him back and let him play, but felt like it was best now with the downtime to go ahead and have that surgery done. Chris Jones, the mid-year young kid, he gave up the back half of his senior season to have surgery on his foot. He's progressing well. You'll see him out there practicing, doing things, but he'll be limited some with what he's doing. Christian Miller he had a meniscus prior to the Orange Bowl. He had surgery post Orange Bowl. He's progressing back into activity. Should be fine, but he's been limited a little bit as well. Smile underwent his stress fracture to his navicular to get it fixed. He's going to miss spring ball, but should be ready for fall camp. As you guys know, he decided to return this year. That played a large part in that for him returning to be healthy. Branson, that was a significant injury, if you remember. The patella tendon rupture. He's at 9-month recovery. I think he's at 7 or 8. So he looks good running straight ahead, but he's not going to be cleared through spring. He's going to do a lot of walkthroughs and a lot of things. And at 9 months, he should be ready to go, which should be around the end of spring. Malachi had a shoulder surgery. He'll be limited a little bit in the spring. He's going to be able to do some things, but he won't be full go. And then Ra-Ra's still coming off his foot injury, which he's out there repping and doing things. He won't be full speed. Damon Wilson, who missed the Orange Bowl, has been really good. He got the meniscus repair. He had surgery. He's doing really well. He's full activity now and doing some good things. DeMello's dealing with a little bit of a hamstring. Colby's dealing with a little bit of an ankle, but they're both out there working, just limited in some ways. I think that updates most of the postseason surgeries. The one update, and probably the toughest note for us, is Pierce Sperlin is going to have to take a medical disqualification. He can no longer play football. He had a congenital heart condition, which we were aware of and closely monitoring. Over time, he had to make a decision with he and his family, and they made the decision to give up football to be safe, and it was really a tough decision for him. We're praying for him and his family. He's going to be fine. I mean, he's out there with us now helping, but it's just too much at risk for him, so he will not be able to play. And it really hate it for the kid because he was going to be a really good football player. He got so much better during the season, but it was something we were monitoring closely. And it got to the point where he had to make a tough decision to give up football for the safety of his well-being. But we think a lot of his mom and dad, his family. Both of them are Georgia grads, And I really hate it for Pierce because he was going to be a really good football player. But he'll stay with the team on scholarship in a role, and he'll help us day to day out there. And we've had people have to do that before. So that's a lot of words to open it up for you guys. And, goals of spring for me would be to expand our roster of winning football players. So what defines above the line and below the line is, can you play winning football? We probably got 30 or 40 guys that have proven that. We got another 30, 40 that have to prove that to get the team we need to have ready to go play the schedule we have. So that, I'll open it up to you guys.
Yeah, Coach, it's amazing. I guess 30 players. You tell me if all the mid-years and transfers will be present for spring. But my main question I wanted to ask you is, you got 4 new coaches coming in as well, and I don't know how many support staff. But how much onboarding does that require for you in terms of these? They hadn't been through one of your practices either, and all the things that are unique to your program.
Well, I think anytime you have 4 new position coaches, it's obviously a big transition. What helps with that transition is Dante went through the entire bowl practices. So he's done practice with us. He knows our players. He knows how we practice and does the detail of it. So it's a huge advantage for him. James Coley has been on our staff before and understands the standard and the expectations, which is, part of the main reasons we hired Coach Coley, was the fact that he knew the standard. He knew how things operate here. He's a really good recruiter. He's a great teacher. So that was an asset. T-Rob has been with Coach Muschamp for many years, came from over in Alabama where there's some things similar, so I don't worry about those expectations. And then Coach Crawford's a guy that we've had kind of on our radar for a long time. He worked for Coach Key, Brent Key, who was also under a lot of the same things. So I don't worry about the standard of excellence, the transition. They got to go out and do it. We got to go out and practice, and that starts today. But we've had a lot of training time up till now. I think that answers your question. Or?
Those new guys,
everybody here? Yeah, when you say everybody here, I don't know what you mean. The guys that came mid-year, they're all here.
The transfers, particularly, are they all?
Yeah, everybody that came, like the Stanford young man's not here.
Yeah.
But he's not here yet. But the rest of those guys are all here. They're the guys that came in the portal that signed with us and came, and some of them got to practice in bowl practice, and some of them chose not to practice in bowl practice, but they're here with us since January, and they've been working out, and they should be out there unless they were aforementioned injured.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned about a third of your roster turning over. I'm curious at what point in the offseason maybe new leaders might emerge. You might notice some guys taking a new role, and if so, if anyone has kind of vaulted into that level of discussion.
Yeah, the leadership thing is going to be a question everybody asks, but you earn that. You don't just inherit that, and you don't inherit it from previous years. So, from January, off-season conditioning, February, all the running we've done, March practices will show a lot of that. There's been guys popping up in skull sessions doing a good job. We get to cultivate better leadership in these small groups. It gives more people an opportunity to speak. I'm very pleased with where we are. I'm very pleased with some of the returning players not accepting complacency for themselves. As much as it is onboarding the 33 new guys, it's taking the top 33, the 1/3 of your team, and making sure they're not on cruise control and just back to be back, just back to be around. I mean, the guys like Nas, Tate Ratliff, Truss, Warren Brinson, Carson Beck. I mean, these guys have been a core part of our program for a long time. They've got to continue to grow and develop themselves. Otherwise, we're pretty stagnant. So the leadership will continue to reveal itself over the coming weeks.
Kirby, with changes in college football, we've heard about coaches having to be in more CEO roles. Has your time allocation changed? And also, you've been known to say, if it ain't broke, find a way to make it better. Are there any notable changes in how you might approach things this spring?
I think we're always changing and evolving. If anything, it's how you cultivate your team each year, because the team is changing so much each year. So for me, those I don't know the exact number. Y'all know better than I know. Once you count a walk-on or a mid-year, I don't know what the number is of freshmen. And then the portals, y'all tell me, what are we at, 4 or 5? I don't know. No. So whatever those numbers are combined, that new part of your team, integrating it into the culture and what you believe. And there's nothing that says those guys can't be good leaders. I mean, everything that we heard about ETN before he got here has held true. He's a tremendous leader. He's a high character kid. So like he immediately surges into a leadership role because he's not a first year player. He's been in our league. He's been in our conference. He has standards and expectations, and he's high character, and he's proven that the time he's been here. So we try to reinvent our team each and every year with a new identity. I can't say what this team's identity is yet, but I can say they're well on their way to defining who they want to be and who they are, and I'm pleased with where they are in that progress.
Yeah, Kirby, just kind of build on that with Carson specifically. Obviously, at this point last year, he'd never started a game. There was so much he still had to do. Have you noticed a change in him over the past couple months, just taking more of a leadership role with the team, having started all the games he has?
Yeah, I don't. Carson is not an extremely assertive young man. That's not his. He doesn't try to assert himself mechanically. He doesn't just jump in there and do it. I think he's done that more in the last couple of days since being back from spring break, and I expect to see it even more today in terms of leadership in the huddle and the things he does. But he has high standards. He has high expectations. His decision to come back was built around doing something different, doing something special. I think he's got to build a rapport with some of these new wideouts we've got. We've got several new wideouts in that room that are going to be important for him to grow with. But I'm very comfortable with where he is as a leader, and the way he leads is the way he's comfortable leading, which is primarily through his actions.
Hey, Coach, over here to your left. What was your initial reaction to Coach McGee taking the head coaching job at Georgia State, and what made you confident that Crawford would be the right guy to replace him?
I kind of been anticipating that with Coach McGee for a long time. He's certainly how do I say this? He was deserving a long time ago. Okay, he has not gotten his opportunity till now, and he'll seize that opportunity to do a great job. Dale and Linda and their son Austin have been tremendous for Athens, Georgia, tremendous for me as a person. There's nobody that I relied on more heavily through the last 8 years than Dale McGee, and I'm so excited for him to get this opportunity. It's something he's always aspired to do. He'll be successful whatever he does, and he as much as we benefited Dale's growth, he helped our growth, and he helped me become a much better head coach, having had that experience at the high school level and the places he's done and the relationships he has. That part will be missed. So I'm very confident in him. I'm very confident in Coach Crawford, who we interviewed as a wide receiver candidate and felt so strongly about him as a football coach. Don't think you have to be any certain position if you're a good football coach, and that was very evident across the state, the places he's coached in our state. I have a lot of respect for the places he's coached and what he's done and how he's grown, and we think he fits our program.
Kirby, 2 questions. Give me your thoughts on the proposed mid-summer signing day. They're thinking about adding another signing day in the middle of summer. And what can you tell us about your 3 new wideouts that you got through the transfer portal? Colby Young, London Humphreys, and Michael Jackson.
Well, I can't tell you anything about him, really. I'll be honest with you. I can't, because I haven't seen him go out there and do anything. I've seen him run around in circles. I've seen him touch a cone. I've seen him, lift a bar. But that doesn't define a football player for me. I can tell you the research we've done to bring them into our program was, do they care more about the team than themselves? Do they believe in culture? And they all check those boxes, and I'll find out a lot more as the spring goes and as they grow. I'm excited about their addition to the wide receiver room. As far as the midsummer possible signing date, look, there's positives and negatives to everything, so we can sit here and debate it. Y'all guys put them all over the internet and things. There's high school coaches that say, well, they won't play their senior year. Well, if a kid doesn't play a senior year because he signed, I don't really want him on my team. I just, if he's going to opt out for a senior year, then he'll do the same to me. So I don't really know if that's a viable option. A lot of high school coaches think, well, at least I'll get my kids signed, because high school coaches and players are losing opportunities ad nauseum by signing in December and not having spaces because of the portal. So, I don't like the idea of someone signing before their senior year because I think the senior year matters. I think in the state of Georgia and the Southeastern Conference footprint, the high school season of your senior year still matters. I want to watch a kid play. I mean, you know, any NFL teams that want guys to skip their fourth year and not evaluate them, or skip their third year that they'll be draft eligible and not evaluate them. I'd prefer to have them play and grow, and I think it's good for the game. So I'm kind of indifferent, and if that goes that way, then we'll adjust to it and do the best we can with it.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to, speaking of rules proposal, I want to ask about the new proposal about the, communication devices in the helmet. Is that something you guys have had a chance to kind of test yet? If so, kind of how is that going, and what's the potential impact for that new rule?
A lot of talk about nothing for me. I mean, we've used helmet communication before, whether it's talking to our players at practice, having earphones and walkthroughs and things. I mean, people have used it, so we are going to get to experiment with that. We have not yet, but we haven't practiced yet. So as I understand it, each SEC team would have 3 helmet devices they could use in practice. It's a supply chain issue, so there's no like this school's got 10, this school's got 2. There's a lot of liability involved into touching the helmets and putting pieces in it. So they're going to distribute those equally among the conference. So we'll have 3. We'll use them in practice. You got till 15 seconds left on the play clock to talk to them. So we got plenty of time to implement that. We'll use some of that in walkthrough, but not the actual helmet, because you can't have a helmet in a walkthrough. But we're going to find ways to simulate it and try to get used to it and get the players accustomed to it. We're going to visit with some NFL teams on how they use it and what all information you try to get to the player. You don't want to overload them with information.
Time for one more question.
Coach, I'm just curious, does it feel any different coming in as a team that came up just short of the ultimate goal of a national title as compared to the last 2 years where you had a title and then 2 titles? Does it feel any different? Is it any advantage, disadvantage as a coach coming in this situation?
No. I mean, every year starts fresh. I say that all the time. Y'all say it's coach speaking redundant, but for me, it's a fresh beginning with a new team, and I'm trying to, since the last whistle, recreate this team. What does the 2024 team look like? And that would be the case regardless of how last year finished. I don't think last year plays anything into this season. Each season's independent of the previous. Thank you, guys.